Toffee TV, it's the instant match reaction. Bolton Wanderers 0, Everton 0 in the Tough Sheet Stadium. And yeah, that was tough sheet to watch. Everton started with a pretty strong team. Virginia in goal. Nice to see Onana back. Andre Gomez getting a go. Dobbin getting a go as well. And it wasn't a bad first half. Everton probably could have had 3 or 4 goals. Iwobi being the main culprit, missing a couple of big chances, wanting too much time. Don't get me wrong, Bolton had a few chances as well, and Joe Virginia made a couple of really good saves to stop them getting a goal. It was a decent half. Loads of nice football. Mopai, I actually thought did all right, dropping off, creating the space for Dobbin to run in behind him. But it's not necessarily about the players we've got on the pitch. It's about the players we haven't got on the pitch. The likes of obviously Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's obviously a huge miss at the moment, and we just need him back, please, if that's possible. But it's another step further in the fitness. We made 8 changes at half-time. A lot of the kids came on. Bolton drip-fed their subs more in the second half, and Bolton early on had a lot of the ball. We had a few little good chances, and Yongo had one that just went over the bar, a decent opportunity. Looking at the under-21s, it's hard to gauge if any of them are really ready. You know, I particularly had an eye on Stanley Mills tonight, and the problem is you're going up against League One players, and it looks like men against boys. They physically look so much stronger than our under-21 players. There's talent in there, but it's development, isn't it? And a lot of them just don't look physically ready at all. Even Dobbin in the first half, he made some really good runs and he's got pace. He just can't get away from people because of that strength. I think that's an issue that we're going to have a look at. But in terms of like the game itself, it's a good fitness run out. Obviously, players played on Saturday, loads of them played 90 minutes, so some of them were missing tonight, but plenty in the legs tonight. I'm sure there'll be more changes on Saturday against Stoke, and it's, you know, Sean Dyche is putting them through the paces, isn't he? But it's still that problem, putting the ball in the back of the net. And we did create chances tonight, and I know it's against League One team, and I know it's against it's a friendly, but that's why we should be putting them in the back of the net. That's why we should be finishing those chances, because there's absolutely no pressure at all, and it's disappointing that we're not seeing goals. I'm not sitting here ranting and raving. It's just a problem, and hopefully Dan Juma can come in and solve that problem. But we definitely need more, and it'd just be nice to see chances being taken. As I said, we missed a couple of really gilt-edged chances there that you just want to see him just put into the back of the net in a friendly, and just like send the Everton fans home happy. There was thousands here tonight again, like there was at Wigan, and you want to give them a little bit of entertainment. So it's hard to gauge. Listen, as I said, it was the first team in the first half, and it was an under-21 side in the second half. So it's ended 0-0 here. Not a bad run out. You know, at the end of the day, it's a friendly. It's all about fitness, and we move on to Stoke on Saturday.